Week 4, Carolina in Dallas. Let's go. Welcome back. Let's go! Ah! Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ed and Eddie Silver and Blue, where we talk Cowboys all day, every day. Here we go, week 4. We got Carolina on tap. Yeah. Hey, even though it is a home game, even though we are favored early on, this is going to be a tough one. They're not favored by that much. I think it's open at 4.5 right now. Yeah, and you know, this is kind of one of those games where it wouldn't shock me if Dallas won, but feel as though if we don't play with that same intensity that we played against Philadelphia with, we probably might lose that. I've been watching football a long time, and it's very common after a big emotional win to come back flat the next week. I've seen it a million times. That's the danger. Yeah, no, I totally get that. With Carolina being 3-0, I think it's not really fair to call it a trap game, but it's certainly a game that, you know, Dallas cannot overlook. No, absolutely. And, you know, some of the big matchups we're going to talk about, offense, defense, and then our final prediction, I see us favored in a lot of them. So starting out, Ed, when we're looking at our offense against our defense, I think that we might be able to pass on them pretty well. Well, yeah. I mean, the Horn injury is a huge deal. And just the fact that they are so loaded up front defensively, not unlike Tampa Bay. So I think that that same game plan can reap rewards this week as well. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, they're not Tampa Bay run defense-wise, but they have some monsters at defensive tackles. I know Derek Brown, their stud defensive lineman, he is a beast. Yeah, that's their strength. Why pound your head against it, you know? And they have some pretty solid inside linebackers, too. Shout out to Shaq Thompson, by the way. Yeah, so I see that our passing game might be a little more effective this week as compared to last week or the week before. Like, I could see Dak throwing it about 40-plus times, getting probably cut over 300. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the same kind of production out of Pollard and Zeke that we had last week. And yeah, 40 to 45 throws would not surprise me at all for Dak. One of their best corners is hurt, you know. Our receivers is one of our strong points on our offense, so I'm not opposed to it. No, and especially with Schultz coming on the way he has too. Yeah, big time. I understand they like to play a lot of press defense. By all means, go right ahead. CD and Coop against the press, I'll take it. Yeah, one of their players I definitely want to make sure we look out for is their inside safety, Jeremy Chin. You know, he was really good last season, and I see him making the same production. But I give us a slight edge on the offense. You know, I think, although I do think their biggest strength on D is against our biggest weakness, Biotic or Williams. I'm sure Dallas is going to scheme for that. I mean, you know, they've proved this year so far to really make the right decisions and put together the right game plans. I don't see them, you know, just ignoring that, because you're right. They're going to get just blasted constantly. Yeah. We better set up some screens, some sweeps, something to keep the defensive tackles honest. What about defense? How do you feel about our D against their offense? Dude, the defense has been the huge turnaround this year for Dallas. I'm thrilled. Until they prove otherwise, I have total faith in them. Yeah, I really do. Dude, how about Stephon Diggs becoming NFC Defensive Player of the Month? Hey. Dude, and it said in the article, we haven't had that honor since, what, DeMarcus Lawrence in 2017, Sean Lee in 2014? Yeah. I know he'll continue to do his job there. The safeties have made his job a lot easier. He can play a lot looser now. He plays with a lot of confidence out there. I'm not worried about the defense too much at all. The injury, without McCaffrey as well? You know what, and I heard their rookie's a pretty solid runner, but at the same time, anytime they're missing their best overall player, who's a fringe potential MVP candidate, top 5 running back, you know, I hate seeing injuries, but it does make our life so much easier on defense. I think that, yeah, that definitely helps out our front 7. I see another big game from Micah too, because, you know, he's been having to chase down some pretty fast QBs the past 2 weeks. Sam Darnold, he's quick, but he's not quite as fast. He's not Jalen Hurts out there, right? So I could definitely see him and Gregory eating a little bit. I think Diggs will be a very good matchup for their star receiver, DJ Moore, because he's kind of becoming a, you know, blossoming, talented receiver. I think just last year he eclipsed 1,000 yards, so I think it'll be a good matchup for us. But you know who I'm excited about defensively? Yeah, Osa. Osa's going to continue to kick butt in the middle and stuff. And again, without having his mobile quarterback this time, like they have the past couple weeks, I'm going to predict right now 4 sacks minimum. 4 sacks minimum. Y'all heard it here first. My biggest thing too is when we're looking at our defense against their offense, I do feel as though Sam Darnold, if he's going to beat us, make him beat us. Even though that odd, weird Jets game 2 years ago, just one of those weird ones. But if it comes down to it, I'm not afraid of Sam Darnold carving us and beating us. He may prove me wrong, but I think with the ball in our hands, you know, we'll take care of business.
So what's your prediction?
My prediction is 30-24 Dallas.
31-24 Dallas for me. Well, you copied me, man.
I mean, come on, like father, like son. What do you expect?
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
But, you know, outside of that, the only things I might be a little bit worried about this week would just be that Biotic-Williams thing, some weird special teams gaffe, some weird mix-up, or McCarthy having another hilariously awful blunder.
Oh, God. You know what? Dallas always has a weird game or two every year. And they've been solid as a rock this year, though. They haven't shown any of the propensity for that. Like, you know, we just kind of expect it. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, God, here comes that weird stuff. Prove me wrong, guys. Please. Come on, Cowboys. Stay on that train.
Amen. So, hey, everybody, what do you think? What's your game prediction this week? Do you see a close Cowboys victory? Maybe a different score? Let us know in the comments what you think.
I want to see your score predictions.
And remember, everybody, make sure you hit that like button, because every time you do, an Eagles fan cries. All right, everybody, take care.